Écorché is basically skinned, and it's from the French. So basically, it means like the body which have skin removed. So basically, revealing the superficial muscles. And écorchés usually are human or horse écorchés, and the reason why the choice is on human and horse is because those two guys are the subject of the classical and neoclassical sculpture. So horses, because that's like the very important companion of the classical hero. So the for the war necessity and for different all kind of other heroic stuff. Um, and when I found this écorché on the internet, I realized that this position of the guy is reminding me something, and I was thinking, what could be the origin of it? And then I remember the Rodin sculpture, Age of Bronze, and and you can see the very obvious similarity with this écorché from the 18th century. There's all kinds of écorchés found. Most are used in arts, but some of them are used in medicine. And in case of medicine, there's also some attempts to show not only the superficial musculature, but also the musculature, deeper musculature in some sort of organs. So like in the right hand side here, so you can see there's the chest is removed and you can see some internal organs and stuff. So Écorché lays somewhere in between the art and medicine. So basically, that's the meeting point of these two industries. And if you look back in history, this whole Écorché tradition started from the 15th and 16th century Europe. So basically, that's the High Renaissance from the authors, such famous authors like Michelangelo di Buonarroti and Leonardo da Vinci. And let's see on like the very famous painting from Sixtina Chapel from Vatican. That's like a painting, a very famous painting, like a fresco. Um, so and Michelangelo, because before he made this amazing painting, he made sketching. Basically, is this anatomy analysis of the subject. And as you can see, I draw some lines on top of the sketch, and I realized it's extremely precise. So it seems like that Michelangelo is doing like dissections. So, and the reason why I think dissections, because at that time there was no as precise anatomy books available. So of course there was some, but not for these complicated movements. So basically, I think he was able to he had access to the cadavers. And let's see a little closer to a particular drawing. Here you can see here on top of the sketch you can see some markings here, and those are the bony landmarks. So basically, this is a chromium process and right side and left side, and underneath here you can find also some markings, some connections of the muscles like um, mm, teres major and teres minor, and also from the same Sixth Chapel, there's a painting called Creation of Adam, and once I did analysis of the forearm and arm musculature, and I realized also there was amazing precision of the muscles. As you can see here, these two short muscles extending the the finger, the thumb, called extensor pollicis longus and adductor pollicis brevis. These two little muscles beautifully dropping the shadow here. So basically, nothing was left behind. And of course, écorchés were used in medicine in old times because visual materials and books is good, but sometimes you just need to have some spatial understanding about anatomy. And in those cases, écorchés were pretty much widely used. But for medicine, the point where they're looking at in medicine, of course, the focus was different, and of course there were drawings and some tables, very simple graphical tables with the names on it. In 18th century, the tradition in France was in France was this wax figures. So basically, what they did, sometimes they used the real bones and then sculpted on top of them some wax. And sometimes they did some little figurines like this table figurine using wax and made everything from the scratch, including the bones. The compositions in also in the medical écorchés and anatomical drawings were also important. So, if you look back in history, it was very important to have not only the medical precision but also composition, like in this drawing, this écorché, almost like a natura de morte. So it's beautifully laying on a table. So arms and head is composed in some dramatic position. You can see the arm. So everything had to be also beautifully composed. But in art, of course, in art education, not only the beautiful forms were important, but also poses. Uh, up to nowadays, artists using all kinds of anatomical models and écorchés for studying the human form. Like in this example, the bony landmarks shown in different colors. So basically, nowadays this color coding is coming into the game. So this all artistic écorché depiction tradition comes from the Art Academy, Fine Art Academy of Paris, which was established in 17th century. All the academies of the world kind of copying the idea of the classical academic style, which was established there. Until today, in St. Petersburg, um, Art Academy, Repin Institute, there is this anatomical class. The teaching of anatomy anatomical class um, is different than it is in other academies. Basically, anatomy is taught more like some sort of like a practical thing. So it's not like anatomy lessons. It is called anatomy drawing. So basically, you're learning anatomy by doing, by making art, by copying these great examples of the great examples of anatomy. And a big role is for the écorchés. So as you can see, this Munich bust and whole figure of Udon's écorché and the head, like a part of the Udon's écorché, some skull and some bones.